Well, Matt, welcome. Welcome to Cruising Around with me. I appreciate you making some time for me.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Thanks very much for being here. So, kind of tell me about yourself a little bit.
Come from a construction family background. No one in my family is an educator. So my dad has a construction company, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and I was actually a engineering major initially in college before.
Where'd you go to school?
Angelo State.
Oh, nice.
In San Angelo. And
we're the mascot?
We're the Rams.
The Rams?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Matt, you're overseeing right now a pilot program that we have in our school district that we started. And that is a pathway for students to get into construction trades.
Yes, sir.
And what's our official name for this?
You know, the New Braunfels Home Builders Association has been calling it the trade mentorship program.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of has a good ring to it. So.
It does, but it's really identifying students and then having them work with you, and then also having them, while they're learning skills in the construction fields and trades fields, whether it's plumbing, electrician work, drafting,
HVAC, you name it. Yeah.
Then there's internship opportunities.
Yes, sir.
As a result of the partnership we have with the New Braunfels Home Builders Association.
Yes, sir.
Which have been, by the way, fantastic.
It's been unbelievable. Yeah, you know, without them, I'm not sure that that it could operate. You know, they've done a lot of legwork as far as finding the contractors that are willing to put the time into the program.
They really have, and local plumbers here, as well as electricians and other than they've really stepped up.
Yes, sir. That's our main two right now. The majority of the kids are employed with plumbers and electricians.
So how many kids are in the program for initial start here?
So in the pathway right now, we've got 50 in our architecture classes. I've got right at 20 in the principles of construction class, and then the actual co-op construction class, the kids that are actually going out working with the contractors, I've got 12.
That's great. That's a good start.
And that was kind of a number that the Home Builders Association thought that they could support.
That's right.
With it being a first-year program.
Excellent. So how are the kids enjoying it?
I think they love it. I think they love, to me, it was an easy sell with, hey, look, you get to go to school half a day.
Yep.
You get to go to work half a day.
Yep.
You get to make money, and it's like I tell them, you know, there's a handful of programs in the state where you actually get to leave school, you get to go work, and you actually get paid.
So what do you think about the future of the program? I mean, how's that looking for you think?
I see it doing nothing but expanding.
Yeah.
You know, we're sitting in the hotbed of construction right now.
We sure are.
The I-35 corridor between Austin and San Antonio being one of the biggest growth areas anywhere in the United States.
It really is. There's a lot of discussion out there in the general public about the need for more career fields, or that not every kid is geared towards going to a college or university, which I agree with. But if we're going to have a way for kids to get into other trades or other workforce, then there's got to be some programs and pathways that people got to jump on board to.
I think anything that we can do to give our kids options, and do something that truly they enjoy doing, the better. And I think this is one of those opportunities.
But I also think though it doesn't necessarily preclude them from going to a college or university.
Not.
Just because they didn't choose to do so right after high school.
You're exactly right.
And I think some kids, they need some time off.
Yeah.
They need to go to maybe a 2-year community college, get an associate's degree, or go in the workforce or military before they head on into a 4-year university.
And like you're talking about, you know, there's some kids that may go through the program and realize, you know what, this is not what I want to do, and I'm gonna go to college now.
Right.
And you're out in the elements, you know. I had some kids come into class the other day after they had worked on one of the cold days, and they were like, oh my gosh, you know, it was 30 degrees outside, and we were still out there working. And I said, welcome to the real world.
You're not just working on the most perfect day every day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's and that you said that, you know, we've got one kid that's working with DeBello Architecture here in town. They're a local architecture firm, and he's going to go to Texas Tech, and he's a part of their architecture program. And then we've got a kid who
so there's those opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've got a lot of community support, and that's one great thing about New Braunfels. It has a real small town feel. You know, people want to chip in, people want to be involved.
Yes.
And especially when it deals with kids.
Right. There's this notion of these soft skills, right?
Yes, sir.
And I don't think they're soft skills; they're just lifelong skills.
Yeah.
Showing up on time, and you know, shaking hands properly with somebody.
Right.
Having a conversation with somebody without the aid of a phone nearby. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So, have you seen some changes in that, or what's your thoughts on that through this program? You think?
When we had the contractors over for the contractor breakfast at Central Office, you know, talking to all of them, having them all in one space, the thing that you heard over and over was about those employability skills. You know, they said, you know, these are what our kids are lacking. This is what we want to help, you know, instill in these kids so that, you know, when they go out in the community, they can get a job and they can talk to people. And so, you know, honesty, dependability, you know, like you say, showing up on time and doing what you say you're going to do. You know, that's important. I just, before we end, could I just one more time thank you to the Greater New Braunfels Home Builder Association, Chris Kagi, David Hevner, and all the other contractors that are part of this, because without them, this isn't possible. So
I appreciate you saying that, because it truly is. Their partnership is very crucial to us. So I appreciate it.
And your support also. We
I appreciate it. This has been a great idea for us and something that we've been wanting to do. So I appreciate you taking on the challenge.
Appreciate
thanks,
you.
Matt.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you talking with me just a tad bit.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Have a good week.
You too.
Yep.